up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, what's up? My name is Emily, and if you are a longtime subscriber, I love you. So today I've gotten a lot of questions just over the past few weeks, months about my everyday makeup look, what I use, what I do, and so that is what this is. It's a really simple look and normally only takes me about 10 minutes. Obviously it took me longer to film this because I was chatting with you guys, but if you are looking for a really quick, simple, and easy, natural, glowy makeup look, then just keep on watching. Wow, I sound really cute. Good morning, friends. All right, you guys, so let's get into this. First thing I'm gonna do, I already technically did it this morning because I do it right when I wake up, but for video purposes, what we're gonna do first is, this thing is an ice roller. So as you can hear and probably tell, I'm like a little bit swollen. I have a bit of a cold and I do this every morning pretty much, but especially that since I've had a cold, like this just makes me feel less puffy and inflamed. I found out about this because of this blogger that I follow. Her name is Lauren Eberts. She runs the Skinny Confidential. Some people love her, some people hate her. Some people love me, some people hate me. So regardless of if you like it or not. So this ice roller makes a heinous squeaking sound. Some people, I feel like people that like Wim Hof breathing really like taking super cold showers in the morning to like wake their body up and like wake their immune system up and like learn to control their immune systems, whatever. I'm not ready for the cold shower thing yet. Like that's just a little bit, hello angel, that's just a little bit too much for me. So this is like my tiptoe into that, and it makes my face feel less puffy. So ice roller, I just got it off Amazon. It's like $10. I'll put the link in the description box. Next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna prime. So I'm gonna take some of this MAC strobe cream with this Carez Greek yogurt smoothie primer. We're just gonna make a nice little cocktail of that. We're gonna use that to prime. A lot of you guys are like, oh my gosh, you look so glowy lately. Well, part of that is because I'm getting healthier, but another part of it is this primer combo. The Gold Light cream, it's called a strobing, the Gold Light cream, it's called a strobing cream. It's got like a nice sheen effect. Like they're not chunks of glitter, it's like very fine shine. I really like the Greek yogurt smoothie primer because especially now it's getting colder outside here, the air is getting drier, so thus our skin is getting drier. And so to avoid having dry skin, because I don't have time for that, I use a moisturizing primer. When I get up in the morning, I don't do a full face wash. Like I'll put on moisturizer at night, but I don't do a full face routine when I wake up. I just use micellar water and like a cotton pad and like wipe my face. Sometimes I'll spray my toner on there, sometimes I won't. It just really depends on how I'm feeling. But so yeah, I don't put on intense moisturizer in the morning, so I like having a moisturizing primer. I still have been loving the Sephora Make No Mistake foundation. I still use that a ton, but I rediscovered this guy in my drawer the other day. I completely forgot that I bought it and it was really expensive, so I'm like, Emily, you need to use this. It's the Dior Forever Perfection Perfect Makeup Everlasting Wear Pore Refining Effect with Sunscreen Broad Spectrum Foundation from Dior. And I am the shade 041. So yes, the Dior Skin Forever Foundation. So I'm just gonna pump it on my hand. And then this is my all-time favorite foundation brush. You guys always ask about brushes, and I know I'm really bad about saying it, but this is the Morphe M439 brush. This is my absolute favorite foundation brush on the planet. I forgot how nice this foundation was, and I think when I bought it, it wasn't quite the right color, but now it is, and that's probably partially because I have fake tanner on. I'd say it's a medium to full coverage. It's not super full coverage. Your skin, at least my skin, it still looks pretty natural with this on it. In my opinion, it's not a matte finish. As you can see, it's a little bit more luminous. I just think it's nice. It makes my skin look like silky and happy and pretty. And with this stuff, with this brush, and with most foundations, I try to do mostly like downward little tiny strokes. Sometimes I'll rub, like buff. I rarely buff. I'm normally just, if I'm gonna buff, I buff in like little circles. Also, disclaimer, this look normally takes me literally like 10 minutes. It's like my go-to when I have no time, which is like every day. Hence why it's my everyday routine, but it's gonna take a little bit longer because I'm like talking y'all through it. I have a day off today. Thank the Lord. At least like from school. I still have client check-ins. And I have Bible study tonight. And I have to go to the grocery store. But I actually had time to sit down and film a video for my wonderful people. Alright, so next I'm going to take the Maybelline New York Fit Me Concealer. This is like my all-time favorite concealer. Especially drugstore. Like my favorite higher end concealer is Tarte's Shape Tape. But that is really full coverage and I don't really like need that right now. I've been having a really fun time with these Get Ready With Me videos, and they're actually like some of my more viewed ones as of late. So that's cool. I really love makeup, you guys. It's like, obviously the main point of this channel is a fitness channel. Also, this is the e.l.f. concealer brush, that's what we're gonna call it. I've been trying not using my beauty blender and using a brush for concealer instead. But obviously this is mainly like a fitness channel. But I really love makeup, and like doing my makeup is kind of therapeutic. It's cathartic for me. So the fact that you guys are enjoying this, I'm enjoying that you're enjoying it, is what I'm saying. So just kind of bouncing the brush. Also, I know I don't have the like fanciest like camera setup or lighting setup or whatever. I actually may be asking for a new camera for Christmas, like a higher quality one. This one, I have a Canon G7X Mark II right now. It's great for like vlogging and stuff, but for more sit down type videos where I'm like trying to actually have a setup, it would be nice to have one that's higher quality just because it would have more clarity and more detail. So I'm thinking about possibly getting a Sony a7S Mark II. Potentially. I've heard good things about that one, but if you have any other suggestions, I know like one of my favorite beauty vloggers, Stephanie Lanush, I think she told me she uses a Canon 70D, so we'll see what happens. So that's the concealer. Next, you guys asked me in my favorites video when I talked about the Kim Kardashian West Beauty, the contour sticks. You asked me if I tried Fenty Beauty, and I had not, but because the KKW Beauty contour sticks were so scant in product, I ran out of it really fast. So I decided, I was like, you know what, why not? We're gonna try the Fenty Beauty. And so far I've liked it. It's less creamy than the Kim Kardashian West stuff, so it doesn't blend quite as easily, but I find it that is in a good way. Because with the Kim Kardashian West sticks, it like, I felt like I was almost blending it to the point that it would disappear. Because it was so creamy. This I feel like I have a little bit more control over, and it's not like I can touch my skin, and with the Kim Kardashian West stuff, when I would touch my skin, it would almost feel like it was just more slick because it was such a creamy formula, whereas this it's a little bit, I guess, tackier and drier. So yeah, you can do like what I did before and just paint it. I have been trying just putting it on the Kim Kardashian West Beauty little brush and just creating like a nice subtle kind of bronzy contour combo, because I'm like, this is every day. I personally don't have time to do like a full contour and all that jazz every day. If you do, great, rock your world, that's awesome, but I just don't have that kind of time. And like, I have really strong widow's peaks, so I always make sure to try and get some of it like in my widow's peaks in case I like pull my hair back, because if I don't, then I'll have like 2 big white patches throughout the day. Well, that's not cute. Not cute at all, no. Oh, but yeah, these are, I got this is Mocha. This is the Mocha matchstick, and I just bought one. I didn't buy like a trio. I didn't want to spend that much money. I was like, I just want to try the cream contour stick because I've really been liking like using more cream products. I think that's also part of why I've been looking glowier lately. I feel like matte makeup used to be such a trend, and like I feel like people still really like matte, but I feel like now the real wave is glowy and luminous, and I'm here for it. I'm very here for it. Also, I need to fix this lighting setup because my under eye bags look heinous. Maybe they really just are heinous and the lights are just telling me the truth. But you guys, I'm also super pumped because I'm going to Lady Gaga on Monday. It's Wednesday right now. I'm super excited. Maybe I'll film like getting ready for that because I bought a bunch of gemstones. They look like competition suit gemstones, but I bought a bunch of gemstones on Amazon, and I'm gonna try and do my own recreation of her Super Bowl makeup from last year where she had like the rhinestone eye mask. So I guess my feeling moment for the week was actually last night. I went to yin yoga, which is basically just like relaxation, restorative yoga at this amazing new studio here called Exhale. Chanel goes to that class a lot, and I finally like had the time to go with her last night, and I had like an emotional epiphany of sorts. Like, you guys can probably tell, I've been going through some transition in my life, and I've been just like really confused and really, what the heck is going on? Like, I feel like I've just been like treading water instead of like getting somewhere necessarily, which that's okay. There's seasons of that, and if there's anything I want you guys to learn, like, it's okay to go through seasons where like things aren't 100%, like you're not, I feel like we're constantly fed to feel like we're supposed to always be, you gotta always be progressing, you gotta always be pushing, you gotta always be moving forward. And that's a great goal to have, don't get me wrong, and I'm still trying to progress in my life. But if things don't pan out that way 100%, you can't beat yourself up for it. Because there are times when you are just getting by. And you have to have like peace in that. Like, that's just a season of life. Like, there is duality in everything. Like, it's gonna happen. But I have been just beating myself up about that. Like that feeling of just treading water and not like making super moves. And I'm like, it's been really like hard on me, like identity wise. I'm like, who am I? And so last night in this yin class, Cal, the instructor, we were in Shavasana, and he like led us through this visualization. He was like, picture you're like in a field where there's nothing, you can't see anything else around for miles, and you come across and you see your younger self in the distance, like your child self in the distance. And he like asked, you know, what the child would tell you and what you would tell the child, like given each one's experience. And then he was like, okay, come back to the you now. Like, who are you? Who are you now? And I just had this realization, and I was like, I don't know. And not in a bad way. You know, I think obviously I'm still, my core values, my core characteristics are still here. I'm still very strong, I'm still very persistent, I'm diligent, I'm disciplined, I'm hardworking, and I'm introspective and all those things. Like, that hasn't changed. But I don't know, just to be able to sit there and think, who am I, and say I don't know, I think is like a beautiful thing, because it leaves you open. You're not locked into, I think we spend so much time trying to define ourselves and trying to be like, this is who I am, that we may, in an effort to be who we are or who we think we are, we may be missing out on the transformation that's happening. So if you're in a season of your life where you feel like you don't 100% know who you are, maybe some things are shifting around, like, that's okay. That means you're transforming, that means you're growing, that means you're changing. And actually, my good friend Alex, he doesn't like the phrase like be who you are, because he's like, I think that's constantly changing. Like, and this is a very like going down the rabbit hole, but the concept of self, like, there is no self. And I don't know if I agree with that 100%, but like, I do agree that we are constantly changing and constantly evolving. So putting ourselves in the box of I am this it can keep us from changing, and we need to change. We are constantly evolving. That's how we know we're growing. So yeah, if you feel like that, it's okay. It's normal. It's a growing season. And if you don't feel like that, like if you feel like, no, this is who I am, like I'm pretty concrete set here, that's great, because that means you've grown to a place, but that doesn't mean you're gonna stay in that place forever. So yeah, that was my Yoda moment last night, and it was just such a relief. It was like a release. I was like, I don't know. And I was like, wow, that's cool, that's okay. And I never thought I would be okay with saying I don't know. But I think because I'm like, well, no, my core characteristics are still here, like I am still those things, but like how that manifests into a person and how that plays out in the real world, the fact that I don't 100% know who that is, like, I think that's exciting, because it's like, wow, there's opportunity here. Because when things are set in stone, there's obviously no room for change, but when things are open, there's so much opportunity. So I don't know if that makes sense, but that's how I feel right now. Also, this highlight, it's the Maybelline Master Chrome in Molten Gold. It is an amazing drugstore highlight. Do you guys notice how I'll go like super deep with something and then be like, this highlight, but like look at that. So yeah, I go from shallow thoughts to deep thoughts quickly, which is okay. We don't always, and this is another thing he talked about in our class last night, like we don't always have the capacity to go super deep every single day, every single moment, and that's okay. So like sometimes shallow moments are okay, like they're still valuable. Wow, this is like, I was not expecting this conversation to be happening. But that's why I like doing these, because things just go wherever they go. And yeah, I'm gonna do a little bit of powder bronzer, just a little bit, just to like, just to keep it 100. Okay. Just to keep it 100. I don't know why people do that, but it's fun. Okay. I don't know. All right, we're gonna set this beauty. And I'm not like wearing a lip because this is just like my natural lip color, and I feel like the look is very natural. So if anything, I would just put like a nice light gloss over this. Ta-da! So this is like basically just a really simple everyday look. It's just like, and this is how I was taught, you know, this is how my mom taught me to wear makeup. She was like, makeup, and I don't think this has to be the case for everything. Like I think there's totally times and places, and like I do it too, where I just use makeup as art and in a transformative way to make my features look different. But on an everyday basis, like makeup, in my opinion, is meant to augment what you naturally have and to bring out what you naturally have. So I feel like I still look like me, which is great. That's what I'm going for. And yeah, this is just every day. Normally takes me like 10 minutes, but I talked forever, so it took me 20 minutes. There you have it. If you like it, it's nice and glowy, it's natural. You could definitely use a cheaper foundation. For example, I love the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. That one is so affordable, it's like $8. The Sephora, the one that I did in my last Get Ready With Me video, the Make No Mistake foundation, that is an amazing like middle end, great quality though. The Dior Skin Forever whatever is definitely more high-end, and I was just mad at myself because I've had this for months and haven't used it, and I spent a lot of money on it. But it's still a great foundation, so if you have the cash for a higher-end foundation and you like want a Christmas present of foundation, that would be great. Alright you guys, so that's gonna wrap up this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already. Leave a comment below, maybe if my little chat helped you with something, or just leave some of your favorite makeup products below. I would love to try new stuff, and it's Christmas season, so. But anyway, leave a comment below. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel if you would like, no pressure. And if you want to be notified every time I upload a video, click the little notification bell. I think that's it for my plug for myself. Also, I was just interviewed for one of my favorite podcasts, the Brute Strength podcast. So if you would like to listen to an interview that I was interviewed for instead of me being the host, then I'll put the link for that in the description box. It was a really good interview. Like I feel like there was a lot of insight and information there, and I've gotten a lot of messages from you guys saying that it meant a lot to you, like what I shared and everything. So you can definitely check that out if you would like, and I'll see you in the next video. All right, love you so much.